I'm Jono. 4 antivirus engines, 1 investigation. Let's go.
4 antivirus products. 4 companies that asked for elevated access to your system and then demonstrated what they would do with it. Norton installed a cryptocurrency miner on your machine. Kaspersky used its update channel to silently replace itself with software from a different vendor without asking. Bitdefender quarantined a video game installation so aggressively the user spent hours restoring files. Malwarebytes blocked the operating system from receiving security patches for months. Norton, Kaspersky, Bitdefender, and Malwarebytes. All 4 score well in independent testing. All 4 carry billing complaints. None of them failed in the same way. The built-in security that comes with modern operating systems scores comparably in the same independent tests for core malware detection, and the gap between what each company got wrong tells you more about who you are trusting with access to your system than any detection rate ever will. Norton is the product of corporate accumulation. Peter Norton's disk recovery tools became Symantec's antivirus brand, which became Norton LifeLock, which acquired Avast for over $8 billion and renamed itself Gen Digital. The portfolio now includes Norton, Avast, Avira, LifeLock, and a Windows optimization tool that suffered its own supply chain attack. Revenue for fiscal 2025 reached nearly $4 billion. The bundle is the widest in this comparison. Antivirus, a virtual private network, cloud backup, a password manager, dark web monitoring, and on higher tiers, LifeLock identity theft protection with a restoration specialist. But the bundle comes with a billing model designed for extraction rather than transparency. Introductory pricing that rises significantly at renewal. Charges on cards users believed were expired, a product that requires a proprietary removal tool to uninstall. And the credential stuffing incident in January 2023, where a password manager company told its customers their saved passwords may have been exposed because the accounts protecting those vaults lacked the authentication to stop automated login attempts. In a comparison of 4 products, Norton is the only one whose defining failure involved the exposure of the data it was supposed to secure. Kaspersky is the product that every technical measure confirms as one of the best detection engines ever built, and that the American government has decided is too dangerous to permit. Eugene Kaspersky co-founded the company in Moscow in 1997. His research team exposed state-sponsored cyber attacks that no other firm had the depth to uncover, including hacking tools linked to the intelligence agency of the country that would later ban his software. The Austrian independent testing body gave Kaspersky its highest rating across all 7 consumer categories in 2025. The German testing body awarded top scores for protection and usability. The detection is not in question, the jurisdiction is the question, and no technical measure can resolve it. Russian law can compel Russian companies to cooperate with Russian intelligence services. The Transparency Initiative that relocated data processing to Switzerland and opened centers for source code review cannot change the legal jurisdiction of the Russian corporate entity. The American ban arrived in June 2024, the update cutoff followed in September, and the migration that was supposed to serve American customers instead became the defining breach of trust. Kaspersky used its update channel to install replacement software from a different company without a confirmation step. A security product used the access it had been trusted with to do exactly what security software exists to prevent. Outside the United States, Kaspersky remains fully operational and fully recommended by professionals who have weighed the geopolitical context and accepted it. Bitdefender grew from a Bucharest startup into a company recognized by independent industry analysts as the only visionary tier endpoint protection vendor in their 2025 assessment. Florin Talpes co-founded the company in 2001 and remains the chief executive. It is private, backed by a growth equity firm, with no public shareholders demanding quarterly results. Revenue in 2024 reached approximately 330 million euros. The German testing body awarded Bitdefender its best protection designation for both consumer and business products. The Austrian testing body gave it top-rated status. Bitdefender has maintained perfect protection scores since 2022. However, detection aggressiveness is a double-edged trade-off that Bitdefender has not resolved. The heuristic engine that earns those scores also quarantines legitimate game files, blocks modification libraries that communities depend on, and disrupts multiplayer sessions through network monitoring interference. The community's advice to add exceptions is accurate and contradicts the automated design that is supposed to make configuration unnecessary. The virtual private network bundled with higher tiers routes through third-party infrastructure that Bitdefender does not explicitly name on its product pages. The billing follows the same intro-to-renewal gap that runs through every product in this comparison. Bitdefender's trust profile is the cleanest of the four. Its complaints are the mildest, and that is exactly why the security community's default recommendation lands here. Malwarebytes is the product that was never designed to do what the other three do. Martin Klaczynski built the first version as a teenager because his family's infected computer needed cleaning and the available tools were inadequate. The formal company launched in 2008. The free on-demand scanner became the internet's most trusted cleanup recommendation. Run your primary antivirus, then run Malwarebytes to catch what the primary layer missed. That recommendation held for over a decade because Malwarebytes excelled at the nuisance threats that full suites were slower to address. But the product has expanded into paid tiers that compete at the same price as Bitdefender's entry offering, and the independent test results do not support the comparison. The Austrian testing body's 2025 results gave Malwarebytes a mix of second and third tier ratings. Malwarebytes no longer participates in the German testing body's regular consumer cycle. Where it still excels is in the specialist categories. 100% stalkerware detection in the 2025 evaluation, a result that matters for users whose safety depends on finding software installed to monitor them without consent. The free scanner and the BrowserGuard browser extension remain the best zero-cost security additions available. The honest use case for Malwarebytes has not changed. It is the broom, not the shield. The combination of the operating system's built-in security, the free Malwarebytes scanner, and BrowserGuard covers what a careful user needs at a cost of zero. If you are in the United States and want a paid antivirus subscription, Bitdefender is the answer the security community converges on. The detection is verified at the highest tier by both major independent testing bodies. The system footprint is light. The trust profile carries no government enforcement actions, no data selling subsidiaries, and no geopolitical controversy. Configure exceptions for your games and development tools, and investigate the virtual private network provider if privacy is part of your decision. The false positive aggressiveness is a real cost of the detection quality. It is the mildest cost in this comparison. If you are in the United States and need identity theft monitoring alongside antivirus, Norton's LifeLock bundle is the only product here that provides a restoration specialist and credit monitoring as part of the subscription. Accept the billing friction, scrutinize the renewal pricing, understand that the company behind the Norton name now owns a portfolio whose broader history includes incidents that security products exist to prevent. If you are outside the United States and want the strongest detection engine available, Kaspersky's technical results support the recommendation. The geopolitical risk is real, structural, and unresolvable through engineering. European regulators have assessed it and not prohibited the product. The decision is yours, and it should be made with full understanding of the jurisdictional question. If you want effective protection at zero cost, the combination of the operating system's built-in security, Malwarebytes, free scanner, and BrowserGuard provides layered defense across real-time protection, on-demand cleanup, and web layer blocking without paying anything. That combination covers more than the threat profile of a careful user requires. 4 products, 4 companies. The one that bundles everything charges you more for staying than for joining. The one with the best engine used its update channel to install software you did not ask for. The one the community recommends quarantines your games. The one that started as a free cleanup tool is still best when it stays free. None of them does everything well. The right answer depends on which limitation you can manage and which failure you cannot afford to repeat.